everybody?
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome to another Tuesday night Terp Talk with my Canicast. I'm Canna Dave.
And I'm Groovy.
On today's Terp Talk, we're going to be talking about how do terpenes make you feel? What specific terpenes are you enjoying? What specific terpenes do you like most? And why do you like them? The effects about each one on them. So we're going to be starting off with two different joints. The first one we're going to be starting off with is going to be Bangering, which is on the Limonene profile for terpenes. Which is more.
Oh, you did get that rolled up.
Yeah.
This guy's a monster. I wasn't sure if he was going to get rolled up in time.
I did.
Monster.
I did. I got it through. I came through. He's like, oh, let's smoke it. And I had something else rolled.
And just as we always start, we love to start off our Wake and Bakes and everything we do, like our live streams with. How's everyone enjoying cannabis this week? Tonight. Are you smoking? Are you doing dabs? Let us know.
Well, also, if you are enjoying it this week, it's always good to be enjoying cannabis through the week, too. So, I mean,
that's right.
We're only 2 days into the week. I feel like it's been a long week. I was like, hey, tomorrow's Friday, right? He's like, no. No. Got it. Middle of the week still to go. But what's up, Bobbles? What's going on, dude?
Yeah, I'm getting everything set up with the chat and everything. Takes me a second.
What's up, Madame EU? Joints and dabs? That's what's up. Any specific dabs you enjoying?
Yeah.
Groovy's love his...
Got my GMO. I got a couple grams of GMO the other day, just in case anyone was worried. I got some GMO.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not surprised that you got the GMO. He's
do?
like, yeah, I picked up some GMO. I'm like, interesting.
Yeah, this is my surprise face, right?
Hey, what up, Berg?
What's up, man?
Is that gang? Gang. I was thinking Suicide Boys and that.
Great. It's a gang.
50K on the chain.
Oh, man, I missed that concert. But let's not get into that. Not really. It is what it is, right? Shit happens. But tonight we're going to be talking about how terpenes make you feel and just kind of the differences between each of them. And then the difference, like, how it hits us differently. I mean, a couple of the terpenes hit us dead on, but some of the terpenes hit us even just a little bit differently, just on how they hit us specifically. Mm-hmm. So we'll be talking about that in a bit after we got on, like, how you consuming cannabis. Yeah,
let us know, like what Groovy said, what you guys smoking and dabbing on, any specific flavors or strains. On IG, you can check out the whole production on YouTube and Facebook. You can see the background, and when Groovy's posting on different videos or clips, you can see all that. So if you are on IG and you want to check that out, always hop over to YouTube or Facebook.
Right.
You're a little on the picture on IG.
Right.
Dankman and Dan Primal Punch. Oh, hell yeah, that sounds pretty good. Dankman and Dan Primal Punch. Dabs.
Where's that at?
On IG.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Sounds good. Well, I definitely just did a GMO dab a little bit ago. I meant to do one right as we got started, but kind of got distracted with other things. The computer realm.
Yeah, don't you love when that happens?
Yeah. So
here's the Limonene. Here you go, right here.
Oh, Limonene. Well, it's just like the most prevalent terp that I've ever had. Like this tastes exactly like that lemon, like straight up.
It's interesting. I've never had it. I've had citrus before, but personally, I've never had something like that. So I'm very happy with finding that pheno out of the little seeds I got there. He goes, GMO's good.
Hell yeah, it's the best, dude. It's the best.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I can't find the right angle.
No, there you go. It's perfect.
No, but once I lean back, it's all over. Watch.
Nope, at least your face is still
kind of in it. Yeah, whatever. I'm trying. Can't find the right angle for Instagram. We never can with both of us in the same space. It's like such a pain.
Instagram's one of the worst social medias for live like this.
But no, but we can just jump right into it since we're like, we're running a little stoner late. But how does limonene affect you? Like, so how does that lemon citrus terp affect you? Is it something you run to? Is it something you'll pay extra for? Is it something you don't like? Is there a reason why? And that's kind of what we're getting into right now. Like,
there's some citrus I run to, yes. But also there's some that I won't.
But citrus terpenes tend to like really like get me like in my head or like moving, like if I like doing stuff, like, almost like if I was like doing the dishes or like moving, doing have to do some chores or like starting off my day. Or for me personally, I don't like to start off my day with those head highs because I'm already in my high in the morning because I'm already jittery. So like to me, this would be sweet, like early afternoon, late afternoon.
Yeah, midday. To me, I wouldn't want to go with citrus right when I wake up either, too, because I like I was even telling you earlier, I like to peaceful, chill, relax in the morning, like my first hour or two. I like to usually smoke a little bit more of a relaxing smoke, probably some was it Mercy? That's more of the relaxing. I'll probably go with that. But I do love my Limonene during the middle of the day, and then sometimes even at night as well, too. And that's just because of it's flavorful, and it gives you that little bit of energy boost. I feel like sometimes for me.
No, that's my point though. Like I don't personally need that in the morning, so personally I would smoke that in the afternoon. But that's just how I'm gonna smoke. That's why I said I'm trying to today I really wanted to discuss just how they make you feel personally. I mean, Berg just said from Medical Mondays he loves the lime terps, and I'm sure that's right up in that alley, that citrus. But to be honest, a lot of that stuff is more head high for me.
Oh, it definitely is a little bit for sure. I would agree with you on that, man.
So a lot of times when I'm reaching for those body highs, those body bites, I don't reach for Limonene. It kind of feels more of a head high. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy for saying that, but So.
No, I mean it depends. I mean sometimes you could get a little paranoid too with a high Limonene or citrus or even citronelle. Right. I think that's the orange one.
Mm-hmm. Or osamine.
Yeah,
that one's got a citrus tone to it as well.
The Valencina,
yeah. See, that's what I'm saying though. There's more. I just use Limonene as the first one.
It's one of the main ones that would be contributed to that effect, in my opinion. I would say, be one of those primary terpenes. The hazy lemon, what Medical Monday said, it depends. Yeah, sometimes it can be done right, sometimes it can be done bad, and that's how I go back with the Tangy, man. I've had that.
Yeah, because this is the artificial lemon. This tastes unreal, just like a lemon.
Yeah, it's interesting, dude.
It's like a lemon drop.
I mean, it's got more of the lemon tree pheno for sure in this.
100%. That's what it tastes like, is lemon tree.
The bonkers. It's lemon tree and bonkers, I think. Or lemon trees and
those
bonkers.
are the parents?
Yeah, no, it's Bangarang and Rainbow Chip.
Oh, okay.
And then Bangarang, I think, is bonkers. And
okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, I got you.
Lemon tree. And the only other experience I had with lemon tree was that time we had that wax.
Yeah.
That sauce and diamonds and that stuff.
But that stuff tasted exactly like this lemon drop. It's like that almost, it's not fake lemon. It's almost fake lemon. I mean, that's how lemon really does taste. But sometimes when lemon is mixed with myrcene or other type of taste, it's totally different,
I personally like that, That's personally something that I enjoy is that terp. We got a comment on IG. Motor milk flour mixed with super glue, THCA, solventless. That sounds delicious as hell.
Whoa. Are you standing still?
Yeah. Didn't we just try some super glue recently? And not try. We've had it for a while. We've had it years ago.
Oh, I got some wax. I got some super glue shatter. It didn't taste too much like the super glue I remembered, so I was a little disappointed. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
But again, it was cheap shatter. I was just curious what it was like. So, you live and you learn. I'm not going to throw them under the bus because it wasn't trash. It just wasn't what I was expecting.
Right,
So
it wasn't top.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that pheno, and that's a big thing. Limonene's different, it's more specific, but
you're just able to tell sometimes on them.
Yeah. All right. Strains. Well, let's move on to another one.
Yeah.
What's another one? I mean,
Mercy and Careful are probably two of the big heavy hitters.
Let's talk about Mercy then. Because this is the big one. How does Myrcene affect you? Because a lot of times, I'm assuming everyone's going to say body buzz, knock me out, put me in the couch. Because, those glue OGs, glue has Myrcene in it.
Was it 70% of strains have?
Yeah, but I'm talking about prevalent. What's got that earthy taste? You know what I mean? What's got that grass?
OGs.
And that's pretty much it. That's what I was thinking. I was like, that's all I got. But those Myrcenes will knock you out. And that's what I think they're meant to do. And that's why I think a lot of times weed gets that, slows you down type of feeling. Because like you said, 70, 80% of the strains have it. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Because, honestly, those are the strains that, everyone reaches for at night. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what everyone reaches for.
They are the good nighttime smoke, in my opinion. That's what you're going to want. Like you said, you're not going to want to be smoking a Limonene.
Right.
Or a different citrus one in general. You're not going to want to. The Myrcene are those are the ones that put you in the couch probably. More so or less if it's heavy Myrcene in it. I mean, when we were out in Vegas, I did find that I did start to like what terpenes was it? Humulene.
Yeah, they also say, which is interesting, like Grape Ape, Granddaddy Perps. I'm just looking other ones up. Grape Ape, I say Grape Ape. 9 Pound Hammer. I mean, these are just random ones that I'm just listing off here. Purple Urkel, Critical Mass. That makes sense. But a lot of these make me. A lot of these knock me out. You know, a lot of these are knockout strains.
Purple Urkel, I haven't heard that strain in a minute.
I mean, granted, interesting, they have strains like Jelly Bean on here, which is a high myrcene, but like that is not something. Jelly Bean's such a weird taste. Like Jelly Bean's like one of those ones that you either like it or you definitely don't.
That wasn't one of my favorite strains. And to me, I thought it had more of a sativa effect, like more of a upper effect. I think compared to the.
I just remember it made me want to throw up. I was just not a fan of Jelly Bean. I was just not a fan of the taste. Like I never had Jelly Bean I've liked. Has anyone had Jelly Bean they've liked? Did you like Jelly Bean?
No, I'm not a fan of it either. Not a fan of that strain in particular. I believe it's a TGA genetic, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Oh, is it?
I think.
So cool. Yeah.
Which TGA's got some good ones because you got like, what was it, Space Queen. You had the Blood Rack back in the day.
Yeah.
Crazy Train. Those are just a couple I can think of right off the top of my head.
Man, I forgot about Crazy Train. That shit was dope. It's like purple Crazy Train shit.
Killed it. Gone.
Dang. But, I mean, myrcene's just one of those ones that I feel like is more common because it's that grassy, earthier taste. Like, people know what that is, you know? Mm-hmm. But, like, while we're on that subject of what, like, knocks you out, like, to me, personally, one of the newest ones, especially when we went out in Vegas, like, we learned linalool. Linalool is, like, one of those ones that's, like, really puts me down. Like, there was, like, that, I mean, it wasn't even the best strain by any, like, the best grower, but it was at Oceans Ave. Had a lot of linalool in it, and there was one more strain that had linalool in it. But that strain, like, that put me in such a chill, calm vibe. And, like, I get why linalool, lavender, aromatherapy, lavender's calming. Because, man, when you just smoke it and it's just sitting there and you're calming, you're not stressed out, it really just, like, it's very, very relaxing smoke.
It really is. I would agree with you on that.
So, people used to always say myrcene knocks you out. I think, personally, linalool is, like, one of my ones. If I can find something with some high linalool with a good flavor on it, I'd probably go to that more. I mean, does anyone have recommendations with linalool strains? Let us know in the comments and stuff. But
that Ocean Ave was good.
That was just one I was thinking about off the top of my head. There's like...
Well, see, that was so cool, though, about Vegas, man. They had all the terpenes listed on the packaging for you.
I mean, they talk... What's interesting...
Or Nevada. I should just say Nevada. I'm acting like Vegas is the state.
What were you saying?
Nevada. They got the entire listings of terpenes on it. So you'll be able to understand, like you said, Oceans Ave. I didn't know Oceans Ave had the linalool until that came up. Humulene was one.
LA Confidential. Interesting.
That I thought I didn't really care for because it's similar to hops.
Scooby Snacks. That was the other one that had linalool in it because it says it right here. That was
we tried that.
That's what I was saying. That was the one.
We tried that 420 Sierra. We got that late at night. That was that 8th we picked up.
Yeah, I like that, though. Yeah. But I've been noticing a lot of those linalool strains I like. I mean, they do say Zittles, so that's weird because I don't usually like Zittles. But,
yeah, it's all right. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean.
Not one of my favorite genetics for sure.
Yeah.
You know? Right. What's up to everyone tuning in on IG?
Yo.
You can check out the whole video production on YouTube and Facebook. Head over to the YouTube, actually. I'm trying to build that one up. Hit that subscribe button.
Oh, yeah, YouTube. Yeah.
Hey.
But how does linalool affect you? I mean, just going off Oceans Ave and, like, Scooby Snacks, just because those are two. I mean, LA Confidential, too, but I haven't smoked LA Confidential.
Dude, I haven't. Yeah, I don't really remember LA Confidential. I mean, off of the two that we just tried recently within the last month, I mean, to be honest, I think it was more of like a chill, relaxing effect for me.
Yeah.
I mean, can't say anything about like too much on the effects that I'm thinking because like I'd be thinking my legs were in pain, you know, from all the walking we did. So like to say pain relief for something, I would say it would be a chill, relaxing. Because I feel like we smoked that Scooby Snacks at night and I like passed out.
Right.
So I think that was nice. That was really flavorful.
I remember, yeah,
and it was flavorful too. So it was a good smoke as well.
Yeah, and those strains stuck with me as some of my favorites while we were out there. I mean, granted, I like some of the other strains, but I knew about runs. Like, I knew, you know, right. I tried the Gary P, you know, I tried strains, but I already knew what to expect, kind of.
The apples and bananas wasn't bad. I kind of dig that.
Yeah, I didn't really dig that apples and bananas at all. Maybe it's not the right grower because I've been seeing people freak out over here. So let me know if anyone's got legit apples and bananas. I wasn't a huge fan of it out there. I mean, I'm not saying that this cookie is going to be any better, so I'm not going to try it there. So I'd like to see more like what a home grower does with the genetics, just because I'm curious.
We got a comment on IG. More companies are going.
Yeah, Thomas, it is going live. I don't know why it says if it's not saying live, it should be.
Huh?
Someone asked on Facebook, me saying, "Is this going live?" Yeah, it should be. Yeah, we were having weird issues earlier, but yeah, it should be.
Yeah. More companies are going with Terp profiles, which makes me happy. Element and Cresco both have profiles on packaging. So does Rare. I know Rare has that on their packaging as well. Here in Michigan, which is pretty nice. But I think it's slower here than it is. I mean, when I was out in Cali, I don't remember them having terpenes on the packaging, or what else? I just saw the THC and the CBD effects. So with seeing it within Nevada and Las Vegas specifically, and having the terpenes, that's good. But here in Michigan, there are a couple. Element does have it on their concentrates, which I love because that was very cool. And then I know Rare does have it as well too. That stuff's just right on their packaging because we checked them out.
Literally, the top 3 are on like all of them. They're actually I'm not bet it. What's the right word? Too many computers.
The
graphic. Yeah, there's a graphic has it on there. Yeah.
So with that, I think it's pretty sweet. I think it's a big part of the industry that needs to be happening is the terpenes. The terpenes talk. I mean, over the effects of just the high THC, because we all know the THC isn't like the whole experience of cannabis.
Right.
It's the entourage effect. It's the cannabinoids. It's the flavonoids, the terpenes, everything that's going within the entire package.
Right, and that's why we're talking. I mean, again, Little Lul is not alone. I mean, there's flavonoids, and there is some type of factor like how good was the bud grown, like did you enjoy the smoke? Like, there's so much to the entourage effect. So it's not like obviously all these, but that's why I like to talk about them because it just kind of helps hone in. Another one that we talked about, since we're talking about Vegas, was Limonene, that I don't know if either of us knew we really dug.
Yeah, I was shocked. I forgot which strains now. I'm blanking on the strains, which ones had it in particular. But I know it was like 2 or 3 of them that we smoked had that strain in it, or had that terpene in that strain, I should say. Which is interesting because Limonene's familiar with hops, and I always said I don't like that because it reminds me of that that Jenny Kush that we tried.
But that was rosin. The only one you ever had with that in there.
That I could verify that it had.
Right, and that's what I mean though. But when you have that bad remembering, you're not going to be like.
So I've always given it. If anyone's ever paid attention, I've always hated on Limonene, but it's a lie. Actually, I guess like it in some of the strains because some of the strains of cannabis are pretty good with it. I think it's a nice secondary terpene to be added to the primary terpene, like your Limonene or your Myrcene or your Carefully.
Well, I mean, according to this, they're saying even it's in Headband, Wedding Cake, Thin Mint Girl Scout Cookie, Original Glue, Death Star, Sherbert.
Limonene.
Yeah. So I mean, these are all up your alley. So
yeah, I guess it's one of my top ones.
Yeah, I mean, you seem to dig it too. Whenever we were smoking it, you were like, "Oh, this is sweet," Thomas, what you smoking on, by the way, out there?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess that's interesting that it's like that. I didn't expect that I would be digging it, but I guess I do.
Yeah, you seem to, at least when it's in the flower. I mean, maybe not when it's Jenny Cushion. It's the only heavy, dense one. But even then, man, I mean, there had to be other, terps in there that made that Jenny Kush that taste. You know what I mean?
I'm curious. Was there percentages on that? I forgot.
Not terpenes.
Yeah, no, we just looked.
No, I mean that was not even a great experience. That was a whole shitty day. I remember that.
Yeah, it was.
So.
Yeah, that was not good, man. That was a bad experience.
Looks like we got a comment on IG. I just can't read it because I'm blind.
No, that was the one.
That's when you just read. Okay.
About companies having terpenes on packaging.
Yeah, no, and I mean just in Vegas, that was so the norm. Like they had to from the state. So I mean that would be kind of nice to see the pressure come downward, and at least make them put it on a printed package. Is it going to be on the packaging? Like that's up to a company. That's something we like, but not have to. As long as it's on the packaging, that's the important thing for the consumer.
Packaging, or at least like on the testing results. I think that would be nice to have.
Right.
It just really helps out. I think it's key.
Yeah.
Like when you just have high THC and the CBD, because most strains we see don't have it's always like 0% CBD. You're like, what? Okay. Like nothing. All right.
It's true.
And just the THC percentage. It's like, all right, let's see what else goes with it, because all that plays a factor. And we keep going to that. And that's just our opinion with it,
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm going to take a break here from these terpenes. We can jump into some other ones here in a second. But just how's everyone consuming cannabis? We just smoked a J of Bangarang.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next one we're about to smoke?
Baker's Dozen.
Which I have no idea what that taste is. Looks like we have a little bit of GMO, too. Might have to just roll up and do 3.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, that'd be too funny. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's been a long day. We are releasing an episode tomorrow. That'll be has a pre-roll review, a little sneak peek, talking about a couple different topics that are trending here in Michigan, and about consumers coming from other states to pick up their adult use cannabis.
Yeah. And that's a really deep discussion, because sometimes it goes between the morality. Is it right, like legally, or is it right because you need it? So honestly, we side with what's right, especially Thomas just says, hey, but I like microdosing. Hey, exactly. That's what we talk about too, is like the forward thinking of where that's going, and kind of how that's kind of helping and leading the front of pushing along the cannabis movement a little bit too, as the mushroom movement comes in, with all the other psychedelics, So,
dude, it really is. I mean, we just talked about it last week, but with Detroit going adult use, or not adult use, but going decriminalized, that's huge.
Yeah.
And that's moving more this way to the Metro Detroit area. Usually, like you said, Ann Arbor usually starts it. They're forward progressing, and then we're seeing more and more cities. So
yeah, it is crazy. I only grew up 3 miles outside the city, anyways. But you're seeing less than a mile from where I grew up, 2 miles from where I grew up, right there. Dispo's right here, everywhere. I love it. I mean, even I don't know if everyone's from the Metro Detroit area, but if you are, the Hall Road area is not been for cannabis. And now there's ones right near, right off Hall Road, a little south, but not much.
Yeah, that's was that is that one Puff? No.
I'm just saying. I just remember it could be. You might be right with that. Oh, that's a bat. Berg would be so proud. I'm not sure if you're still there, Berg. But
well, that's what I said when I rolled it. I said I'm gonna roll one fatty, and he's like, "Oh, Bangarang," but we're talking about Limonene. He's like, I was like, I guess we'll bring it up. I mean,
oh, sorry, I messed up.
I mean, it is a good point to talk about that while we're smoking it.
T-Dubs, what's up, fam? Cheers, homie. How you doing, man? What you smoking on, man? What you dabbing on? What you smoking on?
Not much, man. Just a couple doobies, chilling.
Dabbing some cloud car flow. Some flow. Okay, right on.
I haven't heard flow in a minute.
Yeah.
This daylight saving sucks. I'm not gonna lie, I hate it already. 2 days.
Dave hates daylight saving time so much. I can't even explain to you. Every single year it gets dark before 6. He's like, "This is dumb. What is the point? Why do we move time? This doesn't make sense." I know he's right. I agree with you, Dave. But I don't know. I don't control how the time shifts. You're gonna have to take it up with the. I don't even know who makes those rules up.
I don't know. I know Arizona doesn't have daylight saving.
Moving to Arizona. AZ can't cast.
I love how you always just drop that.
Kanakaz.
Oh, man. This guy, AZ Kanakaz. It just sucks because it's so dark so early now. And it's not, and we still got 6 more weeks of it. 8 more weeks of it, whatever it is. 6.
Definitely. Yeah, that's what happens. Welcome to Pure Michigan.
Yeah, I know it happens every year, so it's what
are we gonna do, right? Yeah.
I just like to complain,
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Not much, man.
Josh liked Groovy's video. Hey, Josh, hope's all well. We were just talking about you. Actually, I haven't seen you in a minute. I don't know if you're still out there, but saying hey.
What's going on, man? What other terpenes do you always dig, man? I know you like your carrot. I'm assuming you're You're pretty much the big three.
Well, the big three. Whoa. What is this? What is this? Cars, dude? No, I
No,
do. And beta
just-
carefulline would probably be the next one, which is interesting because I don't think I like, because I used to be like, oh, I don't like spicy weed, but I do like when that spice factor is in there a little bit, like when it's got that little kick to it, like what GMO does. You can't have garlic without that little bit of spice kick. You know what I mean? So I can't sit here and act like I don't love some beta carefulline because look at GMO. I'm sure it has it in there.
Oh, it has to.
Mm-hmm. You know, so
I mean,
it's one of those ones. It's just like how you're like, wow, I can't be like Humulene. Like when I found out I liked beta carefulline, I was like, huh, like no shit. I didn't think I liked spicy weed because what I don't like is like not cured weed, and I used to think that was like spicy. But you know what I'm saying? Like when it gets that like
I mean, not cured weed.
I call it peppery to be nice, but it just doesn't taste good some days.
Like it's a little spicy.
Yeah, like, it kind of tastes like pepper. Like I'm smoking pepper. Like that's not an insult enough, you know.
Oh, man. It's just the flavor of the specific strain, man. It's pepper kush.
Pepper kush. That's depressing on so many levels. Gross.
Probably would sell.
Gross. I'm gonna stand by with my gross comment.
I got that pepper kush.
Ew. I mean, actually, you know what? Depending on if it hit, like, remember that Wagyu we had only once, but it was kind of almost peppery in that, like, savory peppery way, and that was, like,
that was good.
That was interesting.
That was good, actually.
You know, the fact that we talked
on that was good.
T-Dub, that's a great question, and I'm going to put that on the screen because that's such a great question. What flavor does give it that garlic taste? And what we've been talking about and listening, and then when we talked to True Terpenes, which I don't know, did we put that out, that little short interview from MJ BizCon? It's not just, it's many things. It's not a specific terpene. And a lot of these flavors aren't from one thing, unfortunately. It's sometimes limonene, sometimes like, you know, with linalool, sometimes you get that specific flavor. Hey, this is lavender. Hey, this is, you know, lemons. Yeah, but not always. And it seems like flavonoids, and I forget the guy from True Terpene says it, but there's other things that are in the cannabis plant that make up this flavor. In addition to the terpenes. Terpenes are just that like main aroma, smell, taste, that like that main factor to it. But there are others. And I think that's kind of where people start getting into these unique flavors. Right? It's a mix of all this other stuff. So it's definitely a unique thing though.
Well, I think now with the flavors, that's where a lot of the growers and the cultivators are going nowadays, and the breeders. You're looking for those sweet flavors, those earthy flavors. Ones. Yeah. I mean, because there's OG's been a staple, and that's never going to go away. I think a lot of people breed.
Everyone's always going to love that gas. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that ain't going nowhere.
Not going anywhere. And with that, there's people want to find that. I mean, we say cookies all the time, but cookies I think is that flavor. I think like Runts, like
they made their own, right? They made something unique, sort of, and that's where I think it kind of gets down to, is that it's just unique, you know. So it's super unique too, because once you get these like flavors that don't even make sense. It's like, how did we get this garlic spiciness out of all these other terps? It starts becoming very like, wow, you know, fascinating that cannabis can even produce this much different type of flavor. So, because there's a lot of different flavored bud nowadays, like so much. Like look at mints. Look at that Christmas tree we smoked. It literally it tasted like evergreen. It was like just pine. It was like just pinene.
Speaking of that, someone just mentioned pinene is a sweet terpene. In their opinion, blackjack is each with which gives it the bronchial delighter effect. I can't pronounce the word right now. I'm so stoned. I don't know if you can pronounce it right now. It's embarrassing. If you want to pronounce the last comment on IG.
Oh, hold on. Well, it's funny. I'll actually bring that up. How does pinene affect you right now? Pinene is a sweet terpene in my opinion. Blackjack is each of it, which gives it a bronchial collar. I don't know. I don't know what that says either. Bronchial collar effect. Yeah, it's something to do with the throat. So
doesn't it kill the phlegm and stuff? Isn't it really good for you?
I think that's what the effect is.
Yeah. Remember we talked about it a while ago.
Thank you for that, though. That's very informative.
It is. Thank you. And pinene is a pretty common terpene, too. I mean, something we don't talk about all the time.
Well, I remember sometimes I would consider, like, if it's a heavy myrcene and pinene, sometimes it even tastes like a citrusy flavor, but it's not. Pine is very specific. But remember, there's alpha and beta pinene, which we talked about in our pinene episode. but there's one that gives it that pine or the Christmas tree pine, and then there's one that I'm forgetting. It's more like, was it parsley and basil, almost like a different off herb, and it's like. Not everything is just alpha, beta. There's more to it. I know beta carefully is what we brought up earlier when we talk about peppery, but there's different types of pinene too. So it's like that's why when we say pinene, it isn't always just that Christmas tree taste, but it can be. So, which I actually really do like. Pinene I really enjoy.
I think
the taste wise, a lot. I don't know if I've had enough prevalent like super pinene stuff to be like this is what it makes me feel.
That Christmas tree, man.
Very good stuff.
That was good. That was a unique strain. That was by the mints, right? That's by mints.
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see that strain as often. I personally don't have anything like that. It'd be cool to have like one, if you grew like at least one plant of every terpene like heavy in it. So you had one like cumulate, one myrcene.
Well, and that would be kind of a cool goal to have as a grower, but like that does take time, and it takes, especially when you're pheno hunting and you're trying to find that specific pheno. That's not just as easy as like, how it is. You want to grow OG, you can grow an OG, but maybe it's not that OG pheno you're looking for.
Oh, correct, exactly. Yeah, because it's like even when you buy the pack of seeds, you might go through 10 and not even like any of them.
Yeah,
you'll probably find though a couple. I think
maybe. Like, what if it's an OG cross? Like, then every time you go a generation away from that specific flavor you want, now you're even getting farther from the truth, if you will. Yeah. Exactly. Farther from the pheno, which you might get. Sometimes they overcross, and it's like even better. Oh, hey, what's up? What's going on, Ron? Thanks for jumping in. What you smoking on, dabbing on? But it's not always the same to everybody. So crazy.
No. And with the cultivators, I think they're going to be changing what specific terpenes will be seen more so in the industry. Because before it was just breeding for the high THC count. That's what everyone wanted. And I think still a lot of people do want that. And that goes as like more probably the uneducated consumers when you're just going into the store and you're like, give me the highest THC. But sometimes, I'm not going to say the uneducated consumer because that's wrong to say it. But...
well, it's lack of information in some way. They don't know that there's more to it. But at the end of the day, it might also be like there's different reasons why everyone smokes, right?
GMO.
You know what I mean? Not everyone smokes exactly the same reasons. So sometimes if they're just going in there and they're already drinking, like they may not care. They just may want to feel that mental, I'm fucked up. So, and that might be THC in their head. And that has to do with the entourage effect too, But we know that entourage effects has deeper effects because, but... I've literally let someone smell your Bangarang before and they were like, yeah, weed. I was like, you don't smell the lemons? They're like, no, it smells like weed. I'm like, no, but think about this, dude. There's people that don't smell, they don't have that same palate you do, but you got to remember that. That's a lot of the population, right?
True.
It's like when someone's like, ooh, that's a good vermouth. I'm like, ooh, what? It all tastes like this to me. You know what I mean?
That's very true with wine for me, too.
But you hear me, right, though? It's a refined type of thing. So that's something that becomes more specific. And that's why I'm a big fan of dabbing, because you're getting right to the chase. Mm-hmm. What's this shit taste like? Well, in a good amount of dabs, like if it's done right or if it's pressed, Not every terp or concentrate is completed. Oh, GMO. Hey, I took a GMO before I got here. GMO, you already know. Hey, man, I dig GMO.
Get tattooed GMO on him.
It's on my forehead.
GMO.
Just genetically modified organism.
So everyone would think, like, what does this guy do?
This guy's nuts, dude. What the hell is wrong with this guy? What the hell? But
that's too funny.
But yeah, no.
You should do that for Halloween next year. Not a real tab, but you should get it.
Yeah, a permanent marker. Yeah. Just kidding. No, it's crazy. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, please check out our episode tomorrow too, for sure. We got a review on a pre-roll. We got topics that we want to talk about. So please check out the episode 420 tomorrow. If you're in, you want to drop that deal again? You worded it better. I don't know exactly how it goes.
Oh, I think in Noble for Veterans Day, I think you're getting 25% off your order.
Yeah.
If you
so for Veterans Day, if you're in Benton Harbor, Battle Creek, Muskegon or
Edwardsburg.
Check that out, Michigan.
Yeah,
Got the
Veterans Day
Veterans
deal.
deal.
And then they also have, they're going to be having some Black Friday deals coming up. I have some Black Friday they'll be talking about probably on Saturday at the next Wake and Bake.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of the Wake and Bake, the Wake and Bake is at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Every Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So wake up, bake up, smoke up.
And Tito's, sorry, just to cut you off there, but he brings up a valid point. He says, connoisseurs always smell them more just weed. And absolutely, but that has to do with anything. And that's kind of where the problem lies. It's like, or not problem lies. It's just, that's why it's harder to say, hey, you should smoke something with more of that limonene note when not everyone can even smell that yet, especially if they've only been smoking weed. I don't even know if I could have the first few years. I mean, we've been smoking weed for so long, over a decade now, so it's kind of like hard to even remember what it's like to just smoke weed again. You know what I mean?
Damn, it's been that long.
Over that long.
Yeah, no,
I'm rounding down.
Wow. It's a while. That's some years.
I dropped the ash.
The hot. You dropped the hot. I was like, the ash will be fine. You just wouldn't care.
Yeah, whatever I meant. Sorry, I almost burned my chair, so I was like, no.
The hot, that's a different story. Burned down the house with that.
You can. Yeah, flashbacks, man. It's not funny. Anywho.
My bad.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
I guess Sturgis and Bloom also has 25 for vets off, too.
Nice.
That's good to hear.
Just to hear anything positive for vets, really appreciate that.
And that's Thursday, so in 2 days.
Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah.
Bloom maybe has it all the time, but I know Nobo's days on Thursday. Which is good. Like you said, man, that's good to see. Dude, isn't it crazy where we were talking about in the episode, but we're going into 2022. We're already at Thanksgiving. Christmas is here. The year's pretty much over.
I mean, a lot of things are going and what you're consuming cannabis, like smoking, dabbing, please let us know what you're doing. Any recommendations, throw them in the chat. But no, it's crazy where cannabis is going, man. Like seeing stigmas change and dude, just so much. Think about where we were like 5 years ago with cannabis. Now we're, it's legal. It's adult use. It's being sold like crazy. Now we're trying to get it to expand green zones. Like it's just like every time, obviously the fight continues, but it is crazy to see how far it's come.
They just need to open them up everywhere. I mean, be honest.
Yeah. Right.
It's like a liquor shop. People want to go what they want to get. You should be able to have people should be able to have access to it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's cannabis. I mean, especially here in Michigan, you should be able to have access to it everywhere. So expand them. Exactly. Stop trying to do the restrictions. We don't need the restrictions.
Well, that's what actually good timing. I was transition. We had someone ask any updates on the MCMA situation. No, like as far as the bills go. No, I don't know as far as I don't know anyone's been added to the list or not. Definitely check out Medical Mondays. They stay up on that list. Definitely, if that's what you want to see, check that out. As far as the bills go, no update, unfortunately. But
there's no vote last week,
so that's what we're waiting on. That's where we're at.
We will keep you updated. As we know, we post in our socials as well. We usually share it in our stories, anything we hear.
So
check our stories on Facebook or IG.
Yeah, we'll share that shit as soon as we can. And Ron says going to have some beefed up vending machines in the future. Yeah, for sure, because that's where cannabis is eventually going to be so normalized that it's not going to be a big deal. I mean,
oh yeah, slowly getting
at least here. I can't say about everywhere. I mean, I'm talking about Michigan and Michigan alone, sort of.
Well, hopefully one day you can actually just travel with your cannabis too. That'd be great. Like fly to the state or fly to a different country.
Right.
Like, that'd be very helpful. That'd be kind of cool. I remember when you couldn't, like you were saying 5 years ago, so many states weren't even legal. It was just medical and it was still, like, looked down upon.
Right.
Like, don't smoke weed on the strip.
Oh, hilarious, yeah. Even though they sell it right off the strip and in straight up, not vending machines, but the thing was tiny. They were like little kiosks, can of kiosks.
It was right next to the Taco Bell, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Taco Bell Cantina.
Well, Taco Bell was throwing down to some hard like EDM.
Yeah,
too.
That was hilarious.
Taco Bell was killing it. Silly.
They were bombing. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know, like any other terpenes right off the top of my head. I mean, those are the ones I'd be.
Oh, and Ron actually brought up one more thing before we get back into terpenes. But he says the culture needs consumption areas or lounges for sure, and that's absolutely, because tax dollars, people see that how normal it is, how it can work in a society, just like how bars do, and then I think from there it's gonna even be more. And I hate to use that word normalize because it's not even that it needs to be normal. It just needs to be less like looked down upon. You know what I mean? Because that's all I want to see is the positivity back in the, not even back. I just want to see positivity looked at. I don't want cannabis to prevent people from getting jobs or putting them in jail when it's also saving lives and providing so much income from some others. You know, so it's like 100%. I just want to see it balance out. Maybe that's a better way to look at it.
I'm excited for consumption lounges though. Once they actually come, it'll be interesting to see those.
Absolutely.
Just because like. They've been always like, I mean, underground obviously is cool as hell. That's
right
where everything began, which is sweet. But to see it actually like legal, where like people can actually walk in and partake.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've seen it. You know how it is. I mean, with the underground ones, I mean, not even underground. I know the right way to tell them. The one that have been going on up in the community for ages now. I mean, it's like kind of like a little farmer's market indoors. You can buy your own cannabis. You can bring your own cannabis. I mean, and that's kind of the beauty thing. I mean, like T-Dubs was saying, consumption where you can bring your own thing. Yeah, and that's how it should be. And a lot of times, they just have some type of small cover to get you in. You know, there's food, drinks, because that's where everyone makes money is food and drinks, just like every establishment. And then they can also, you know, probably have vendors pay some small fee to get there, so that, you know, the establishment's making money, and then each of those people sell a little bit of stuff and make their money. And that's kind of that beauty of that feeling there, that you can do things like that with consumption lounges. Because I mean, they may not want you bringing your own product in and selling bags, you know, out of there. But if you bring your own product in and smoke it, or have the option to buy from there, it's going to be nice.
Dude, it would be real nice. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Instead of going to a bar.
I mean, we saw one before they even, because obviously the laws aren't pushed through, but we saw one before it's even open. I won't say where, but like there was like pool tables and little.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Little stand-up arcade machines. Yeah. See Ron saying that in the comments too. Bowling lounges and arcades. Yeah, exactly. But that's exactly what it was. It was like pooling, and I love pool. I love pool. If I could go smoke weed somewhere in public and shoot pool, sign me up, son. Like, I have a hard time going to bars and just like drinking and playing pool. I used to love doing that though. Like when I was into bar scene, smoking cigarettes. I used to love smoking cigarettes and shoot pool for hours. But like that's an old habit that I haven't even got dug into. But if they brought cannabis and pool in the same area and had like local pool tournaments, man, that'd be such a fun way to network and meet people. So, hell yeah, I think so. Or even like how they do trivia nights and stuff. You could do all sorts of like nights, you know.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm excited. I mean, because that'd be so awesome.
I think next year we'll probably have some here in Michigan. I think we had a couple get approved, right? Didn't like in Ann Arbor we get one?
Well, I know Detroit did. I know Flint's looking into it. Clearly, but Genesee County, actually, I didn't see the ruling on that either. So we'll update you when we see that.
That was today.
That was at 6. I haven't seen. Well, it just happened. Like we could. I mean, it's 6 p.m. It might have literally just happened. Like the meeting might not even broke yet. So. Yeah, 6 p.m. Sorry, I should have said something earlier, but there's nothing we could do. It's already in session. So, but if you're in Genesee County and it's still going on, maybe you can get there. But they're fighting for some of their rights. So
yeah, the compassion clubs, Vehicle City, and was it JC3 or something like that?
Yeah. Exactly what we're talking about, though. These type of the clubs that form with the community. And I do love that because, again, I love cannabis at all levels, right? Because I think it changes the game. I don't necessarily want to support the Walmart weeds, but that's just my own choice, you know, and can make that choice. So, but like, man, consumption lounge, that's a whole nother industry of the cannabis industry that we haven't even touched. And think about how big the bar industry is. The bar industry might be bigger than the alcohol industry. You know what I mean? Because of all the servers that get paid, all the promoters that get paid, all the events, all the money that moves through them. Like, yeah, alcohol is huge, but like alcohol is just the thing that gets you in the door and loosens you up. Like, you know what I mean? Same thing with weed. It just gets you there and loosens you up. What the fun is the dancing and the socializing and the meeting new people and, you know. looking for dates and all that type of shit. That's what gets people to stay there.
Connections.
Networking, yeah. But that's the same thing like a bar or a cigar bar. Shit, I used to work at a cigar bar. That was awesome. I mean, granted, it probably ruined my lungs for a lifetime, but but
yeah, all that smoke. It's a lot of smoke, man.
Yeah, there were 2 on-site consumption events this year, but on-site purchase consumption only. Yeah, they say that, but did they search it that hard, and are they really going to be like, that's a joint from home?
Yeah, no, because I went to the one in Ypsilanti. Was it the Pink Floyd? They had the Pink Floyd lights at night or something.
They sold there too, though, didn't they?
Yeah, there was on-site consumption and on-site sales. But, like, you probably could have brought in your own stuff. People had backpacks.
People did. That's what I mean, didn't you? I thought you said people were smoking. I mean,
I think I had a couple in my pocket, actually.
But that's what I'm saying. You're still going to buy some while you're there, though.
Yeah, I did.
It's like
the people.
It's like. Well,
but it was cool because it was cool. I was able to smoke weed on the bench, watching the water.
Just not have to worry about getting any trouble or anything.
Nah, because you're literally downtown. Like, you're right in the city area. So it was kind of cool. For me personally, it was kind of cool because it's.
Well, yeah. What are they going to be like? You brought that joint from home. Like, what
yeah.
Like,
I don't think they want you probably slanging at
and dude, like, no bar is like, hey, you can't pre-drink if you come to this bar. Like, they know if you're there, you're gonna buy more. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're at a place that sells it and you run out of weed, you think you're gonna be like, shit, I should go home and come back. Like, no, you're just gonna buy a couple pre-rolls real quick. And that's what I try to always tell. Pre-rolls, all that shit, that sells because it's right there. It's right there. That convenience factor is even more powerful half the time than just wanting to smoke, because you're just like, fuck, it's right here. Shit. If someone's like, hey, you want to throw 5 on this? You're like, yeah. Like, it's just because it's right here.
It was cool to see. It's cool to see those.
Hey, Drew, what's up, man? Shoot some pool and blaze. Exactly. Where is it at? It's not yet. Oh, wait. You can smoke your pen and play pool, dog. The medical industry. Yeah. You smoke your pen and stuff. I want to be able to blow joints and.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to smoke like fat. Dude.
I'm picturing a compassion club just with pool tables and like arcades and
just smoking down. What's going on, Drew?
What's up, Drew? What's up, Ron?
Get any new NFTs?
Since earlier.
You never know. You never know.
No, it's true.
Private invite only compassion clubs. I think those will be around. Or consumption
I'm
lounges.
actually surprised those aren't around more. I really am. Like, at least not private in the sense of like no one else can come in, but just more in the sense of like you got to kind of like know someone to get recommended in. Invite only type, like how he said, invite only.
Invite only. Yeah, what did I say?
Private.
But
see, I don't really know. Private confused me because I was like, how would you be private? It's a social thing, but.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
But I like the idea of private invite only because it's like, say, hey, like, Groovy is like solidifying that Canada Dave is cool.
Heck yeah.
And he's not like, no snitch. No, but for real, like, NFT based consumption lounge.
Oh, dude, you got me.
Oh, man, discounts on smoke and different night and private night invite only networking events. Well, I hear it. I see it.
I'll be there. All my crypto will be gone.
Yo, what's up, Jason? Hope you're rocking that hat and shirt.
Mine goes like a rave. Yes, I can dig that. I could dig that too.
A rave where you could get your cannabis sold. I mean, dude, those lines for alcohol were crazy at EDC. Imagine if they sold weed too. Because how many people were like, yo, where'd you get that weed? I'd be like, I brought it. Which was
interesting. One of the main sponsors.
People asked us for weed because it's so normal out there. I mean, you could buy weed right there. They were selling you CBD drinks like in the mall, like or whatever that was. I swear that was regular weed. But someone was like, no, they can't do that. But dude,
that did not look.
It wasn't like a mall. I don't know. We just walked through this little.
And if it was, there was
where the fuck were we? I have no idea.
I don't know, dude. It was
we were somewhere off the strip, and literally right on the strip in some little section, and there was just like selling weed right there. And I don't understand. They were like, oh, it must have just been CBD, some stranger. I was like, dude, no way, because I don't know. Weed everywhere. Wild.
Weed is everywhere. It was. But that's cool though. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of people do go to pre-rolls. and just grab our pre-rolls. A lot of people just go to Dispos and just grab straight pre-rolls.
Everyone goes to pre-rolls and grabs straight Dispos. Like,
Yo, your boy is exhausted.
feeling it.
Oh, man.
Hey.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I appreciate everyone tuning in tonight.
Yeah, for sure,
Talk.
for sure.
Hanging out, blazing, talking terpenes, how they make you feel, which ones you are liking, digging currently. Like I said, I guess we found out for sure I do like humulin. Even though I've hated it for like months.
I never thought I'd like lavender, linalool so much. Like after smoking the Ocean's Ave and Scooby Snacks, like I love to get my hands on some Scooby Snacks again, like some Scooby Snacks. That was a good smoke for me.
That was good. I enjoyed it as well too.
Yeah,
it was a good sleep.
No, I mean Ocean Aves was like the bud itself was pretty dry. Like it wasn't the best bud. It was old or something because it didn't taste the best. But the smoke, the buzz was all right. But that Scooby Snack's all right. That Scooby Snacks.
Yeah, it was probably a later batch or not later batch, like an older batch. Yeah. That's the thing though. Sometimes you're not getting it, but you still like the flavor and the terpenes on it, which still gave you like a good high.
What dispo would we recommend in Vegas? Ooh, fair question. I mean, I hate to say it, but the
420 Sierra was cool.
They had
some
solid.
cool deals. That's where we actually got the Scooby
cookies
Snacks.
wasn't bad either though, because the cookies had that. But which grower? We had a couple cookies growers that weren't good. But which
the
one?
Tahoe Hydroponics.
The Tahoe Hydroponics was all right, and then Nature's Chemistry.
Oh, that.
So I don't know if I'd recommend a dispo specifically, but more about like what you're smoking on. So the Tahoe Hydroponics, and then that Nature's Chemistry was solid because they're garlic cookies, which. Ooh, what a surprise! I loved it. But even Can't Dave loved that. You were like shitting bricks. You're like, whoa, because we got it for like $12, and we're like, what? That gas was good too. I wish I would know that.
That was 420 Sierra.
That was 420 Sierra.
No, the grower of that was the Scooby Snacks and the lemon skunk that we got. And I'm blanking out.
I know.
Grower. Oh shit! It was a pretty good grower. It was.
They had some good deals there though, and they even had like a daily 2 for $20.
Not Cureleaf. Do not get Cureleaf.
Yeah, no.
They
were not
corporate bad stuff.
Was it Relief too? That was, meh.
No, Relief was where we got the beer.
Yeah, that was
the
all right.
cannabis beer.
That was all right. Yeah, that was all right.
The pre-rolls were all right. It was Vada.
The smoke wasn't good
their
though,
brand.
but the beers were interesting. We got THC beer. It was de-alkalized beer, so that was interesting. Yeah. Those are some of our favorites. I mean, then there's like Planet 13, but we never even made it over there because like it's the world's biggest. Like whatever. Like I'm gonna spend 3 hours in there looking at all the weed. I'm gonna smell all of them. Is that cool? Like no, they didn't. One of the dispos, like you said, the Cureleaf, like didn't even want us to look at them. Like she's like, I know enough. Let me know. Like no, we just want to look at.
I'm the manager.
It's like you can wait in line then longer. We're like okay, like ooh, you got me. Like jeez, I shocked. I want to look at my own bud.
We want to wait one more minute. Okay.
Ooh, you win this battle.
If I would have said any of the strains, I would have regretted it once I would have bought it because I want to see. I want to look at what strain it was, how it looks, and like they told you the grower information there too, so they're telling you. And a lot of that Cureleaf stuff looks so bad. It looks so bad.
It was not the best.
No, not at all. Not at all. But yeah, those are the ones we hit. We never hit Planet 13, which is the world's largest dispenser that they boasted about. Even MJ BizCon, the world's largest. We drove by it. That place was packed, so I don't even know if I'd want
Tons of advertisements.
Tons. But you can find some good deals at some other spots. So, but other than that,
let's get out of here. It was good chat with y'all. Thanks for tuning in with us. Please check us out. Groove Music, 2 E's, no Y. My Canicast everywhere. Can Dave.
Yep, I mean Can Dave.
Everywhere.
Check out tomorrow's episode, 4:20 Eastern time. Got a pre-roll review for you guys and some updates and some news. Other than that, check us live this Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And as always, Groovy, we're here to
advocate,
educate,
and inspire.
Until next time, guys.
Later.
Bye.